Hi guys, and welcome back to episode 15 of Mickey Midge Crochet Chatter. I am Michelle. You can find me on Instagram, Ravelry and YouTube as Mickey Midge. This is a week late, so there is one missing from last week. Apologies for that. If you're wondering where I was, I had a little bit of burnout, I think, last week. There was just so much going on and something had to give, so I didn't make a video. But I'm back. Did you miss me? So I haven't got twice the amount of stuff to show you because of the burnout the crochet also gave. Just wasn't feeling it. I was just... It's hard to describe. I'm sure you've all gone through it where you're just like... That's the only way I could put it. That was me last week. I did have some frantic crocheting towards the end because we'll move on to finished objects. I might as well go straight on. Finished objects, there are two. Last week was Harry Potter week at my son's school, both my sons, and they were having lots of themed things going on, themed learning towards Harry Potter. On the Monday, they took them on a school trip to Harry Potter Studios, which I'm so jealous about, even though I've already been. But so they went back almost to where we used to live, to the studios. Only year 3, well, year 2 and up. So my son who's in year 3 got to go, and my other son who's in reception, instead they did a banquet for reception in year 1. They were a little bit young for the studios, and we've seen a picture. They did, the Parents Association did it all. They did all the hall in so there are 4 tables and they're all themed to the house colours, and parents donated food for it, so there was like, you know, licorice wands and all that sort of thing, all themed with Harry Potter. It looked amazing. My son come home on that Monday, Logan, he was so hyper. Way too much sugar, as far as I'm concerned. But he loved it. He was really hyper. Did not stop talking. And I mean, did not stop talking. He's a chatty little boy anyway. But he was just... Anyway, so that was the Monday. And then they did other Harry Potter things throughout the week. All the school was decorated. And then on the Friday, instead of World Book Day this week, on the Friday they did a Harry Potter dress up. Or Witches and Wizards for reception in year 1, who didn't get to do the Harry Potter Studios. Because reception were doing Room on the Broom, Julia Donaldson book, which is also awesome and one of Logan's favourite books. But Logan went in as Harry Potter. And on the Friday morning, all the teachers come out and they were all in Harry Potter costumes. The head teacher was Dumbledore, the deputy head was McGonagall, and the reception teachers were characters from Room on the Broom. It was amazing, absolutely amazing. And we got to pick them up a little bit early on the Friday and go in the hall. And you could see where they decorated things, and the library had little spiders on the ceiling, and each of the classroom doors was a different shop from Diagon Alley. If you're not into Harry Potter, you're probably going, whatever. But it was amazing. And I made the boys scarves go with their costumes. I've mentioned it in the whips before, but I was rushing last week to get it all done because I didn't pick up the hook on it until Wednesday. Yeah, so I'd already started Xander's one, but Logan's one I got started on Thursday and finished on Thursday, and it was like panic, 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 and I finally finished it late Thursday night. So they were really excited. I'll pop a picture up here, that side, of them in their scarves, because as you can see, Xander was Newt Scamander from Fantastic Beasts, so he had the vintage looking Hufflepuff scarf in the film. That wasn't black and bright yellow, it was like a mustardy colour and grey. So this was the closest I could get. But So here's his scarf, and you've got a little Hufflepuff badge on, which looks like it's not quite in the centre, but, and yeah, I didn't trim the fringe because I didn't have time, so I do need to do that. But so that was Xander's one. Let's finish object number 1. Literally just half treble, half treble, half treble, half treble, all the way, or half double if you're in the US. And I can't remember the chains, but I thought this one was a bit wide actually. I did, they call it a starting or a standing half treble each end, so it didn't end up so gappy. I learnt about that. I remember it from the dragonfly blanket that I made Willow years ago. It's not years ago, it's when I was pregnant with her. She's 18 months, so it's not years ago. Well, yeah, I guess that would have been 2 years ago. Anyway, I remember it from that blanket in the pattern there, and I'd never used it since, and I don't know why I'd never used it since. Then I did the crisscross shawl, which I'm wearing now by Crochet Circle Podcast, Faye, and she used that instead of a turning chain in that, and it reminded me of it. And I believe she said she was inspired by Claudia, Crochet Luna, who mentioned it before. So I used it in this, and it makes it less gappy on the end. So I think it came out really well, and got lots of compliments on that on the Friday. And Logan was Harry Potter, as you can see from the photo. So he had, I think this is a better width, especially for a little boy. It was quite long for him, but so he was Harry. So he had a Gryffindor version. So there's his. I tried fabric glue on these and they didn't really stick. So I know a lot of people use hot glue, but my hot glue gun is still in the garage from our move. So I just tacked it around the edge, and it just seems to have, I think the fabric glue has finally stuck, but that's what you get for doing it the night before. But I tacked it on around the edge anyway, and it's kept it nice for a 4-year-old's wear. It's kept it quite. So he had a Gryffindor one. Got loads of compliments on it, so I was well chuffed with myself, if I do say so myself. It sounds really vain, doesn't it? But I was really, really chuffed with myself. A couple of people have asked me to make, I've got to make 3 Gryffindor scarves now. So I've ordered some more yarn. And hopefully I'll get onto those soon. But I've got a lot on my to make list. So those are my only finished objects for this fortnight, I suppose. It's gone dark all of a sudden. I wonder if it's going to snow again. It's been snowing on and off. We had some snow overnight and it was only about that deep. And it's all started melting. Nothing looks white anymore. And then every now and then we get a little flurry. Excuse me. Nothing like we were expecting. But anyway, I will move on to works in progress. So I have one which I'll show you at the end. Then I have a couple of sleeping works in progress, which you would have seen in previous episodes. I haven't done any on them. My rainbow blanket, my t-shirt yarn rug, Logan's jumper, and it's his birthday on the 11th, so I better get moving on because he does want that. My what was it called? The dragon stitch, or yeah, the mermaid's cowl. That has been put on hold, and the wrist warmers to go with this has been put on hold. So they will be done, and my Spicy Life blanket, they will be done, but once I finish these whips, then I'm going to get on with those. So there are a number of crochet alongs going on at the moment, and I'm a little bit addicted to the ones that are for smaller items or things that you can do to fit a theme. So I have started taking part. I'm just sorry, I'm a bit kind of woo, because I'm trying to find where everything is. Right, so first one, Evan Gay's podcast. Jodie is running one for a pattern from the designer Joanna Lindahl, who is Miho Crochet on Ravelry, and I've decided to join that, and I am doing the Secret Paths shawl. It is a free pattern on Ravelry. Rustle. So in my Jack Skellington bag I have the beginnings of the Secret Paths. I got a cake yarn free from Lolly's Little Wool Shack at Christmas, and it's got no band or anything, but pretty sure, excuse me, sorry, pretty sure it is, got hiccups now, pretty sure it is Lion Brown Mandala in, oh, I can't remember the name, Valkyrie, I think. Put it up here. But it's this one anyway. So I thought I'd use that and just keep going till it's done. So it's not colours that I would necessarily wear, but I'm enjoying making it, if that makes sense. So here it is so far. So it's cute little colours. I might make it smaller than I would normally have and then give it to Willow when she's a bit older, because it's kind of those sort of cutesy colours for me anyway. But anyway, so that's how far I've got on that. So that is whip number 1. Alright, so put the pattern back in, or as I will lose it. So that's number 1. Number 2, oh no, not that one. Number 2 is living in a Harry Potter bag. It's not Harry Potter project, but I solemnly swear I'm up to no square. I am so sorry, I can't talk today. I solemnly swear that I'm up to no good with the Marauders map on there. It's not a project bag, but I'm using it as well. Right, so this one, where have I put? This is for the Crochet Luna, this Claudia fortune cookie cow. Now my fortune cookie was, let me just cook it, sorry I'm looking away because I'm reading. Those who bring sunshine to the lives of others cannot keep it from themselves. This is a pattern that I've wanted to make for a while. So I thought, yes, I'm going to do that. But 1 second. Okay, so now I'm out of breath, running down 2 flights of stairs. A while ago, when we first moved here, Willow was quite young. 1 second. Right, when Willow was little and we first moved here, I was making a cushion for her room. Never quite finished it, and I will finish it, but this will sort of, it's a lead up to what I'm making for the fortune cookie cow. I made Willow this cushion cover. So, but it's not been filled with anything yet, and I haven't put the buttons on. And I kind of regret putting the buttonhole in. I'd quite like to have just filled it and sewn it up, but yeah, I've done the hole for it now, so I'm going to have to put the buttons on and make something to fit it. But, so this is a cloud. So I've had my eye on this pattern. The Hello Sunshine the Cushion by Flow and Dot. It's a paid pattern. I'm probably not going to do this bit just because it's just not going to, it's not really for me, but I'll do the face because it will match my sleepy cloud. So you can guess why I'm doing it for the fortune cookie cow, because it's sunshine, and those who bring sunshine, I think that's quite a nice thing to do for my little girl. So I've got this yarn, Dropped Paris. This is what's recommended for pattern. She just put yellow. This is a slightly muted yellow, it's not vivid bright, and it was called, it's not written on here, but it was called Vanilla. And for the cheeks, I think this was medium pink, colour 33 is the colour number, and the vanilla is number 35. And then I had this sitting in my stash, which I'm going to use just for the features, and I'll also be using this for something else later. So I haven't got a huge way yet, but I think it's a fair way. But I've done the circle for one side. I haven't put any of the spikes on yet. And this took just over one 50-gram ball. So that's the middle of the sun. So that's how big the cushion is going to be. So I think that will go quite nicely in her room as a little. So that is going to be my entry for the fortune cookie crochet along. So that is whip number 2 of my currently working on whips. Sorry. Okay, now whip number 3 is going to be my, well, not entry as such because I'm not entering, my contribution to the Springtime Crochet Along, which I am hosting. I've seen a few finished objects on the thread already. It started on Valentine's Day, but I didn't start my project until about 3 days ago. But if you are interested and you haven't joined, please do go and join the Ravelry group. Which I'll put up here. The rules, the basic rules are in there, but essentially the theme is springtime. You can interpret it however you want to. Essentially, when you enter your finished make, just let me know how you've interpreted the theme, unless it's obvious, and then, you know, that's fine. Because I will be giving a prize for my choice of the best interpretation of the theme, or the most imaginative. Not quite sure exactly how I'm going to do that yet, but I have to see what gets entered. There will be a prize for drawn from the finished objects thread. There will be the prize for most imaginative. Please do put a photo if you can, if you have Instagram, on Instagram, and use the hashtag SpringtimeCAL. And if there are any entries on there through that, I will draw from there as well. There will be a prize from there, and there will be a prize from the chatter group. There's 4 prizes. So here is mine, and I will show you the prizes again after I've shown you this. So again, I should probably explain my choice. Excuse me if I have a voice left. Sorry. Right, I was going to do something with this lovely green tencel yarn that I'd ordered, but it is lace weight and I'm running short on time, and I didn't want to get to the end of my own cowl and not have a finished object to share. So I've changed my mind on that one for the moment. I will go back to that yarn, especially as I found something now that I would like to make with it. But at the time I couldn't quite decide on anything, and anything that I did see, I was like, that is going to take me far too long with everything else that's going on. So I had a long hard think about all this, and we moved into this house a year ago this week, and I thought it'd be quite a nice way of marking that, to do something that fit. in a roundabout way, when we first moved here, this is a new build, and we came to look at this and we fell in love with this particular house. We went into the sales office and said, this is the one we want. And she said, great, but we're not building any more of those ones. So, what? Why did you send us around the show home? You're not building them, we're in love with it. She said, oh, but you can put yourself on the list by the show home. So, long story short, we have bought the show home after they closed the sales office here and moved a bit further up. One of the perks of buying the show home is all the extras, you know, the upgrades get thrown in for free, because they can't very well go, oh yeah, you got the show home, you only paid the standard price, we're going to rip up all the floors and do the floors again. It's not worth it for them. One of the downsides is you are left with it, well, it's not new because it's been the show home for 2 years. People have been in and out every day for 2 years. That's fine, it doesn't bother me. But some people, I suppose it would if you're buying a new build, but for me, fine. The other downside is it's decorated how they decorated it, not your choice. But again, if you buy a house that's not a new build, you would do it yourself how you want it anyway. But it just so happened that this house is actually done in a way that we really liked. Wouldn't have been my first choice of colour, but I really like it. So, I mean, this room is just white, so that's fine. This was meant as the guest room, and it is a guest room. The playroom's all red and blue, so that works because it's nice and bright. There was a room downstairs that was designed for a teenage girl for the show home, so it's quite a muted pink, so it worked out perfectly for Willow's room. Not that we're forcing her on pink, but that's another whole thing. But she is drawn to pink anyway, so it's worked out well. Then there was the other room which was quite neutral, which the boys have liked, and they've added their own little colour bits. But downstairs in the kitchen diner area, it's a very spring-like green. It's not quite minty like my nails at the moment, and it's not quite limey. It's somewhere in between. It's very fresh, and so we've kind of worked with that colourway, kind of I can't think of what it would be, but anyway. So when we first moved in, I got some Karen cakes as my way of trying out Karen cakes from Hobbycraft in the colour pistachio. So I made for our dining table, excuse me, because everything in our old house was kind of aubergine and that sort of grey. And anyway, I made this, which is a table runner, so it goes quite with little pom-poms on the end. So I just made, and these colours work, there we go, these colours work really well in this kitchen diner. So it doesn't go on the table very often because we tend to have PVC tablecloth for the kids, because otherwise this would just get covered. But when we have people over, I try and pretty up the table a bit. And, oh sorry, it smells like a fabric softener. Now I know you're not supposed to wash Karen cakes in the machine, but I did, and actually it's a lot softer. Try that at your own risk. But so, and it's a lot more fluid. But anyway, so I had nearly a cake left, so I've decided to make something out of that cake as a kind of tribute to last spring when we moved in. So that's why it fits the theme. That was a really long way of saying it, but that's how it fits the theme. Now I haven't got as far as I would have liked because I had to frog it, because I read the pattern wrong, but here it is so far. And it is called, let me just bring it up on the screen, the Desert Wings Triangle Scarf, and it's from Make and Do Crew. It's on Ravelry. Desert Winds Triangle Scarf by Jess Copham. Right. It's a free pattern and it uses carrot cakes. So here it is so far. So as you see, you've got one row where you don't increase, and then one side where you do. Oh, it's the row. And it kind of makes this like little bobble effect on the end. So I quite like that. But you can see where I frogged and wrapped it around the edge, which is, look at the state of that ball. But yeah, so I haven't quite got back to where I was. So that's what the cake looks like, kind of colour wise. Not what the cake looks like. Imagine buying it and it looks like that. But so yeah, that is my third current whip. And that will be my contribution to the SpringtimeCAL. And I hope you haven't switched off during my explanation of it. It was very wordy and kind of roundabout way. So we will move on to yarny goodies. I'm not going to call it acquisitions anymore because it's not just things I bought. Excuse me. Yarny goodies. So mainly bought magazines this week. I have got some yarn coming to make particular projects, and I will show you the magazines I've bought and what I want to make, because I've been organised. Look, used the little tabs that Claudia Crochet Luna sent me. So thank you, Claudia, it's been really handy. Maybe it's because I'm so disorganised you thought, yeah, I better send her that. So I really like this Happy Bunnies. Well, that might be cute. And that's it. Oh, it's from, should I tell, Secret. I'm having a mare today. Simply Crochet, issue 68. It's the most recent one. I really quite like that. And oh yes, that one. I really liked the Mini Monster, Mr. Blue. I'll tell you more about that one in a minute. And they have started a new crochet along, which I won't be doing along because I just don't have the time at the moment, but at some point I might try and catch up, so I'm going to be collecting them. And it is Hook and Learn. It's, yeah, I think they're just calling it the Hook and Learn. So every issue you're going to get a different stitch type. So this is the block stitch. That's this month's. But I will show you the finished blanket. They've got two different colour options you can get. So we have the Stonewashed XL. It's using Shapier's yarn, which is those colours. And then the other Shapier's is the Colour Crafter. So that's what the two blocks are going to look like with the two different colour choices. So I probably will have a go at that. And incidentally, if you subscribe, I haven't subscribed for a long time, so I wonder if I will get a subscription gift. If you subscribe, you do get not the Stonewashed one, you get the other colour pack as the gift when you subscribe, should you want to. So yes, that's Simply Crochet issue 68. Yep, familiar. Oh, I've done that wrong. And then I got Inside Crochet, which is issue 99. You get a really cute little stitch marker, which I've left downstairs, and another little pattern book with it. I'm not going to show you the insides of the magazines. I know that Jan Carruthers has recently done this one. She's gone through it pattern by pattern. This, it's called, oh, I don't know, what is it called? Emergence of Spring Filet Wrap. and it's by Rosina of Zines and Rogers, and I think that is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So I wish that had come out a couple of weeks ago because I could have made that. So yes, then I also got some back issues, or a back issue and a new one of Love Crochet. So this is the most recent one, Spring 2018. Ooh. I just thought I went on a bit of a magazine kick, can you tell? But I really liked this little bookmark, which I thought would be really cute. I probably just showed you the chart there, haven't I? Sorry. I really like that anyway, but that's only a small little thing. And look, this kitty cat doorstop. How cute. Maybe not in this vibrant colour, but I have got some of this. It's Flutterby yarn, which is kind of like the Aldi one you can get as well, or burnout blanket. I have got some of this blanket type yarn, so I might make kitty cat. And I'll show you the other thing that was at the front of me. I did like this bunny. Might have to, probably won't be able to make it for this Easter. But, and the little daffodils. So I was thinking I might add a couple of daffodils to my Desert Winds scarf rather than tassels and pom-poms. I might put some flowers on the corners. We shall see. And then I bought an old, this is March 2017, old, it's a year old, Love Crochet. And in here, I might try and make these for Willow's birthday. It's not till August. Some amigurumi food, little toy food. I might not put the faces on and put it in her little toy kitchen, play kitchen. Well, it's not hers, it's Logan's, but they play with it together now. So, yes, that was the magazines. Although, I also bought, magazine-wise, this one, which, In the Moment, Mindful Ways to Live Your Life Well. I will talk about that a bit more after I've done all the crochet stuff, because not everyone is interested in non-crochet things. I also treated myself to this book. Now, Blue Cherub 82, yes, you are an enabler, because she featured this on her channel, and I was like, I have to have this book. My kids will love these monsters. I will show you. There was a picture at the front of all of them together. So I had to go and buy this, and I've shown my kids and they've all picked one. Even Willow pointed to the one that she liked. But oddly, as a weird coincidence, ooh, look at this guy. It's the one in Simply Crochet that I really liked. So I liked him in there, and then I got this one. Oh yeah, it's from here. So you go, coincidence. But anyway, so Logan has chosen, I'll show you the pattern. Logan has chosen Toby the Triclops. Okay, but he wants him in blue, in a dark blue. And then Xander chose, now these are all different, slightly different weight yarns and different designers, so they're going to come out slightly different sizes. I'm going to, this one, Digi Dorky, is in quite a lightweight yarn, so this is going to be in DK, and the other one is going to be in Aran because he's a lot smaller. So Dizzy Durkey, rather, Xander wants him in green, and Willow picked, funnily enough, Willow picked Mr. Blue. So Mr. Blue for her. But I also saw, I just have to point this out because I love this one. This one's my favourite. Little Ella in her monster suit. Now, is she not very reminiscent of Boo, Monsters Inc? I think she's adorable. Look at her with a little... All she needs is shaggy hair on the top and the eyes on stalks instead. And you've got, obviously the colour's slightly different. You've got Boo. So cute. So cute. I love it. So, I've ordered the yarn. It all just fell down. I've ordered the yarn to make those monsters. I'm putting so many things on my list. It's ridiculous. I've not done any of Terry Yarn Joy's Christmas blanket crochet along, and it's the end of February tomorrow, so I haven't done the February one. So March, I'm going to have to catch up on both of those, February and March, in one go. Such is life. It's not like it's going to be a chore, so it's a chore. Why am I doing it? So, yes. And that is it. Now, as I said, the Springtime Crochet Along has started. Go and join the group, and have a little chat along, or anything you're working on, you know, use the hashtag on Instagram, hashtag SpringtimeCAL. And yeah, you can double dip, so if you're making something, as long as it started within, you know, a week of the start date, February 14th, you can enter it. You can double dip with other cows, and yeah, I will show you the prizes. One sec. Okay, so the prizes are, this will be one prize, and this is Made by Jude. Whoop. You see, you can, there you go. Oh, and it's gone out of focus again. Made by Jude. As you can see, when it does focus, this is a chainette yarn. It's superwash merino, DK weight, and you've got this lovely little, it's called Clouded Rainbow. It's like a creamy colour with these little rainbows on, and I love this. I got this as a lucky dip that I purchased especially for the crochet along, and this turned up and I was like, oh, I want to keep this for myself. But you got this lovely corally pink, almost red in there, and the orange and the purples and the blues. It looks lovely. So that's one prize. And then we have a set. So you got my Crochet Project Bible and a pen. Got a little thread of yarn stuck in there. A pen, so much yarn, so little time, which is from Lana Boo Crochet. I purchased all of these myself, in case you're wondering, but so I'm going to, that will be a set. If you haven't seen the Crochet Bible, you've got all these lovely little boxes so you can log all your projects, which is awesome. So that will be a prize. Then we will have some stitch markers, which I still haven't made. And I did make the ones for the 200 subscriber giveaway, but they've been posted and received. Some badges from Harbour Crochet. Apologies there, nearly I forgot. With stitch markers, and last but not least, Claudia from Crochet Luna did send me this as a giveaway. So yarn loving crochet sisters, I've decided to make this a prize in the crochet along as well. So it's really lovely pin from Claudia. Are you going to focus? Cover up my face. No. No. If I put it further away, look, there you go. Hopefully if you're watching on a big enough screen you can see that. Yarn Loving Crochet Sisters. So those are the prizes for the Crochet Along. I don't know if there's that many people doing it, so you should probably have a good chance of winning a prize if you come and join in. I may try and get some more prizes together as I go, little goodies to send. There will be some other little goodies from me that aren't necessarily yarn related. So I think that's it. I did purchase the AmiTU box again this month, which has come. Don't need to give you a spoiler warning because it's been out for a couple of weeks now, but I did do a unboxing video, which I'll put on the end if you are interested. That's about it. It's been an interesting fortnight. It's a little bit of a life update. Not a huge amount to update you on because I can't at this moment in time. I know we'll mention it next week once I have got some things out in the open with the affected people. I have been very burnt out. I don't need to tell most of you guys how tough it can be working full-time, especially when you have to go miles away to get to work. My own fault for moving, I understand that, but and getting up at 4:30 in the morning at the latest on days I'm in the office, like I did yesterday, it's a killer. Because you then have to, and you're worried about your kids. I was watching the snow come down in South London where the office is, going, am I going to be able to get home? It takes me 3 hours to get home. Am I going to be able to do it? There's a lot of stress involved in that. And I had the baby at my mum's. Thankfully she was looking after her, but I had no way of getting her from my mum's to the childminder, so I'm paying a day's childcare and not using it, which is frustrating. And then I had the boys at school, then the childminder because they picked them up from school. I've got the kids in 2 different places. I've got my husband in Hertfordshire where he works, and I'm in South London. We're all hours away from each other. It's a logistical stress fest, to be honest. And then I have to come home, and then I have to sort out dinner, and we have to sort out bedtime routines, and we have to do homework, and we have to do spelling, and it's snowing again. I just lost it a bit last week. It was just too much, and something has to give, so something is giving. It's tough doing. Oh, can you hear that? Tick tick tick. That's chunks of ice, I think. It's the snow. Hailstones bouncing around. So yeah, it's fun. It's 3 children is not easy. I actually found it okay with 2. I would not wish my daughter away for a heartbeat. I would not, but 3 children can be really. Anyone who does more than 3, how do you do it? Because I don't know, sometimes I think there's a reason we've only got 2 hands. Yeah, and she's turning into a real madam. She is proper huffy. Sometimes you say no and she goes and then yeah, you try and get her to do something she doesn't want to do. She just goes. She's not very verbal. Any tips to get a little girl to speak? Because I think having 2 big brothers who were very verbose, and they still are, I'm not quite used to this, and I'm just getting a little bit worried because she does make sounds, and she'll interact with you, and you ask her to get something, she will go and get it. You ask her to show her something, or ask her to clap her hands, and she will do these things. But when she talks to you, nothing comes out recognisable. She's only 18 months, but I think because my boys were talking in sentences by now. But I think that's part of the problem. They talk at her all the time. At her. Or in the background she's got one or the other of them going like this. And then she's got me, and then she's got her dad, and we're all talking like that. And when I talk to her, I try and keep it simple. But the rest of the time she's hearing that. So she just thinks babbling away. She does use tone and things. But she thinks that's words. It's hard to describe. Anyway, any tips to help encourage her would be wonderful. So, yeah. 3 years fun. It is really good fun, but it's really, really tough. So, yeah. Anyway, I won't go into too much. Hopefully that's not too much for you guys. I was just feeling a little bit not with it last week. So I missed the start of my own crochet along. Sorry about that. Hopefully it won't put you off and you will come and join in. So it's not too late. You've got a while. You've got till April the 15th is the date I set as the closing date for finished objects. And even if you haven't finished your object and you put something in the chatter thread, you've still got a chance of winning. So there you go. I think that's about it. Thank you ever so much for my new subscribers. Hi everyone. It's been really good. I had no idea how disappointed you'd feel when you lose a subscriber. It's quite sad. I've lost a few last week. Don't know why. Sorry. But it's really lovely that people are interested in my babbling about crochet or anything else. Oh, I was going to talk about the mindfulness magazine. Because of the burnout, I thought I need to do something for myself. So I saw this when I was getting some back issues, and I thought I'll get this, see if there's anything in there. This will be my time to do something for me, sit down and read about something or do it. And I haven't had a huge amount of time to properly read yet, but there's lots of lovely things in here. There's some recipes in here. There is things about going to the museum, interiors, feminism, as it should be, not. No. Right, so some of the things that caught my eye just flicking through, I haven't read it properly yet. So you've got happy foods, eat your way to happiness, include some of these key happy making foods daily. And usually these are weird foods that are just going, no, it's never going to work in my day-to-day life, because A, getting hold of it is difficult, and B, getting the kids to eat any of it is difficult. But this stuff is stuff that I enjoy and the kids enjoy, except for, yeah, the kids don't touch mushrooms. I don't know why. I love mushrooms. But you've got there's a type of mushroom, and then you've got eggs, which everyone likes eggs in this house, so that's good. Salmon is more just me. Avocado, my hair's all static this week. Avocado's not for me. Not for me. I'm probably alone in this, just like pesto. I don't eat pesto. Everyone else said, why? It's gorgeous. Pesto's lovely and avocado's lovely. It's just not, I don't know, there's something about it. It's just not for me. It's called me weird. Yogurt, banana, dark chocolate. Dark chocolate is my absolute favourite. And berries. I can get the kids to eat all of this. In fact, they do eat quite a lot of this. Well, not dark chocolate. Sander won't touch dark chocolate. Logan loves it, so he's taken after me. And the eggs. So yeah, so just a bit more of that in our diet will hopefully make us happy. Not happy, happier. Because we are happy. Just a little bit busy and stressed sometimes. But all families get like that, don't they? And then there's Natural Beauty. So there's like a little recipe for this grapefruit and chamomile mist. which stimulates the immune system, curbs sugar cravings, and alleviates symptoms of depression. It can also be calming, relieving anxiety, and help to alleviate insomnia. There's only a few ingredients, so I might give that a try. And then this one caught my eye. Clear your mind of clutter. This is written for me, I think. Freeing up your headspace can make way for kinder, more positive thinking. And there's a section in here for you to write. Encouraging and positive words my friends would say to me, and my negative automatic thoughts are. So I think I'm going to have a look at that this week. Oh, and my helpful thoughts and healthy beliefs from my mental toolkit. I presume that is explained in there. But it also comes with this pull-out. Now, I've always loved this quote from Roald Dahl. If you have good thoughts, they will shine out of your face like sunbeams and you will always look lovely. So there's your thought for the day. Have good thoughts. I am thinking I might, it's perforated so you can pull it out. I might frame this and put it in Willow's room because it's a very nice sort of colour for her room. It's been quite inspiring. I've always liked that. And there's one on the other side. Don't think about what might go wrong, think about what could go right. But I quite like the idea of the other one. So, or I might just put it somewhere for me. But yeah, there's lots of lovely little bits in here. I probably wouldn't get it every month. It's quite a thick magazine. But there's bullet journaling, and there's some postcards in here and all this. So yeah, I thought that was quite a nice little. And inside there's a little pull out as well. Take a moment. And that is issue 49, by the way, March 2018. And in here you've got a short story called The Edge of the Sand. And you have at the back, you've got a mocktail recipe and a little crossword to do, so which I haven't done yet, but I will do. I thought it was really nice, so I'm going to take some time for me and have a look through that in a minute before I go back to work. So there we go. There is nothing else really. Oh, this! I bought this bust. I'm just gonna. Sorry, she's not more clothed. But I bought her recently so I could put some scarves on for photos and things. And I'm also thinking I might start selling some of them because there's only so many I can wear. Not as a business thing, just make some of the arm money back. But this is my Honey Blossoms shawl, blocked out, which I didn't show you before. So you can see the patterning and the colours. I think it looks really lovely blocked out. And this was for the crochet along from Yarn Journey Crochet Podcast, Holly, and I won a prize for this. It's the first time I've ever won something on a crochet along. I've won a gnome mandala cake, which I'm well excited to get. So that's winging its way to me. So chuffed. But nonetheless, doesn't it look lovely on here? It was worth all the pain, I think. You know, I figured it out. I persevered with the help of other people in the group. Not just I figured it out. That sounds. There's a lot of prompting from other people in the group to help me figure it out. So yeah, I did that. And this bust is in my dress size, so get to see how things are going to fit on me, which should be lovely. I do want to start sewing a bit more again, but my sewing machine is still. See, we're just hit our year anniversary, but the sewing machine is still in the garage, unpacked. Packed, not unpacked. Unpacked. Right. So I'm looking away again. Yeah, anyway, I hope it hasn't been too chaotic and I don't lose a bunch of subscribers this week. I'm sorry if you do. I will see you guys next week. I should be back next week properly, and there'll probably be a bit more that I can tell you about the changes I'm making to hopefully have a slightly, not that we're unhappy, but a slightly happier life. And we love it here in this new home, in our new town. It's been awesome moving here. I do miss my friends in London, really miss my friends in London, but I don't miss the hustle and bustle of London. I mean, it's not true at all that us Londoners are unfriendly. It's a complete myth. The problem is that sometimes we can come across as unfriendly because we're always in a hurry. Because if you're not, you fall behind on everything. You know, you don't... There's no time in a Londoner's life to stop. Take a step back. Sometimes, not every Londoner, I'm stereotyping now. It does make things really difficult. So you kind of get used to that feeling of always being rush, 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 rush. And since I've been here and I've just been able to, well, still rush, rush, rush because I work in London, but just sit back and go, yeah, this is nice. Just enjoy being here. Take a walk around the lake with the kids. You know, just go into the playground with the kids and relaxing a bit and meeting some lovely new people. Not feeling the need. I think it's feeling the need to rush around can be a problem for me. I used to love it, don't get me wrong. I used to love how busy it was in London. It was vibrant and exciting, but now for me personally, I need here. And there are other things I now need to do to fully immerse in our new home, our new life, our new world. So I've gone a little bit, what's the word? Anyway, I'm not gonna diver. I am divering this week. So it's good to be back anyway. It's only been a week, but thank you to everyone for subscribing. Please do come back. If you're not a subscriber, please do subscribe. I will see you guys next week. Have a lovely one. Happy hooking. Let me know what's on your hook, on what you're making at the moment or not making at the moment. Yeah, anything you are looking at for the future. So I'm gonna go, and I've got to get back to work, so I won't be able to edit this till later, but in the background I'm going to catch up on some podcasts. So I will see you guys next week. Bye all. Hi guys, so here's the February Ami to You box. It's a week late because I wasn't here. Yes, I've got the little one home with me again because she's poorly. So let's just open this. I had to get it re-delivered and then I had to wait till I was in. So, here we go. Look, this paper's got like little hearts on. It's cute. Prince the Valentine's puppy. Oh, I think you'll like him, won't you, Willow? Ooh. Ooh. Chocolate bar. Oh, mine's been broken, but I'm guessing that's partly. Oh, that's. Oh, it's like Haribo sweets. That sounds good. And then we've got a little oh, what are they called? Wax. They're wax melts, aren't they? That's the word I'm looking for. Yeah, we've got one of those. And a tea light so we can burn that. Trying that later. We've got Heart My Dog stitch marker. Little paw print, that's very cute. Yeah. And a key ring. You going to focus? There we go. Pretty little flowers burnt on them from Josie Lou Crafts. It's her new favourite thing. We've got the stuffing and the yarn in a red bag. Now I believe Amity's got a partnership with this brand, so this should be, yeah, 3 Bears Yarn Affection. Ooh. Cotton. Yeah. Ooh. So you've got the doggy colour and some smaller chunks of the other colours. There you go. Is there a little bit of black? Oh, it's not black yarny eyes, it's safety eyes. And there is a bit of black there as well for the mouth. So there you go. A TV remote out there. Not the most elegant setup, but there you go, the Amity U box for February Valentine's Day themed. Would have got here before Valentine's Day if I'd been in, but my fault. But, is that cute? Yeah, you like that? Anyway, so there's the box. I like this tissue paper. Might reuse some of that. Right. Bye-bye.